Hello my friends and welcome back. I thought that Russia is depleted of its forces and it's like almost dead. You know, the last days of Russia's military might. But guess what? Russia is going to conduct some drills somewhere else, very close to some of his friends. So let's see what this article is all about. This article comes from Reuters, September 16th, 2022. Russia conducts military drills in Arctic Sea, opposite Alaska. Woohoo! Who owns Alaska? I can't remember. Yeah. Russian nuclear-powered submarines fired cruise missiles in the Arctic on Friday as part of military drills designated to test Moscow's readiness for a possible conflict in its icy northern waters, the defense ministry said. All right, they still have those. As I said, Russia did not even engage in military, the Navy, in this few ships over there and submarines in the Black Sea. Just used some cruise missiles and that was it. And they got hit a few times by the Ukrainians, so back and forth, right? The drills, named UNCA 2022, took place in the Chukchi Sea, an eastern stretch of the Arctic Ocean that separates Russia from the US state of Alaska. Russia sees its vast Arctic territory as a vital strategic interest and has been building up its military capabilities in the region for years, raising alarm bells in the West. I think they're the most advanced. They even have over there a base, military base over there, in Alaska, not in Alaska. We'll see. It's a fight for a scramble for the pole, North Pole. They all claim it, like I don't know how many countries, 5 countries or something claim it. Russia's defense ministry said on Friday 2 nuclear-powered submarines, the Omsk and Novosibirsk, fired anti-ship cruise missiles from the Chukchi Sea, hitting targets at a distance of 400 kilometers, 250 miles. It published a video on social media which it said showed the missiles being launched from vessels situated at points of the northeastern sea route, a commercial transport channel Russia is promoting as an alternative option for cargo ships traveling between Europe and Asia. Well, I knew something about it. I was interested in it because Russia wanted to use that passage north versus the going, Indian Ocean, the South Africa, the tip, boom, and go north, or go and cut through the Mediterranean, through the Red Sea, right, from the Gulf. So it's much faster and much shorter, obviously. But who's gonna do that? I don't know who's gonna do this nowadays, but it was all, I saw, I can't remember how much you would save, but like 1/3 of the time, and I think that was the time, 1/3 of the time you would save, including obviously gas and whatever fuel you use and so on. So it would be more efficient, faster and efficient to use the northern route. So Moscow has continued a program of high-profile military exercises even as the bulk of its land forces are engaged in the war in Ukraine. Earlier this month, it conducted scaled-down war games in the Russian Far East with some 50,000 troops taking part. Remember, it was India over there, it was China over there, I think it was some Iran troops over there. I don't think anyone, they were. So, and that angered the big boss, here. So those exercises came just as a lightning Ukrainian counteroffensive that forced Russian troops to abandon swaths of territory in the eastern Kharkiv region of Ukraine was getting underway. The defense ministry said that this week's Arctic drills were a test of Russia's ability and readiness to defend the Russian Arctic by military means. All right. In addition to the missile launches from nuclear-powered submarines, Russia's Bastion coastal missile systems also fired missiles at sea-based targets at a distance of 300 kilometers from the Chukchi Peninsula, Russia's easternmost territory. Russia's militarization of the Arctic region has caused disquiet in Western capitals, other Arctic nations, and among environmental groups. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said last month Russia's military buildup in the Arctic presents a strategic challenge for the NATO alliance. Why don't you tax us a little bit more so we can pay those the military-industrial complex so they can take care of us in the Arctic? How about that? Well, good for them. It seems like we're gonna have. This is just a test. I'm pretty sure they did conduct tests before in the area, and test and a warning, the capability and the presence. The Russians try to, as I said, claim as much as they can from the Arctic region, and who's gonna fight them? What, Denmark or something, or what, Canada? Oh, not bad. Yeah, Canada maybe, right? And other countries who have, they say, well, that's how we extend. Tomorrow we're going to find out China somehow can have some claims on the Arctic based on their tectonic plates and tectonic whatever ramifications they have from whatever islands, because that's how it goes. Or archipelago extends right to the... That's how they claim. There are some crazy claims over there, but who cares? What can I say? I'm pretty sure these drills were not decided yesterday, because usually when these countries are organizing or conducting drills, they let everybody else know, hey, we're going to conduct this over there from that date to that date, and it goes months and years possibly before they, not years, but a year before they conduct or organize that. Why? So the other country doesn't get scared. Oh, it's a missile just was launched from those guys. It's an atomic, whatever. So that's basically the one of the reasons. And they're monitored by the other side. And I don't know to what extent they tell them the extent, grandeur of these drills. But nuclear submarines, coastal missile systems used 250 kilometers, I think it was 300 kilometers or something like that. Well, 400 kilometers. So yeah, they show off, and just in case. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.